Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. The camera shakes, headlights bloom, and somewhere in the distance, a jet engine climbs into the night. The clip is brief, indistinct, and yet it has sparked 1,000 theories. Viewers freeze each frame, circle a number plate, and calculate routes between the airport and a well-known arts district. Before we go further, a clear note. What follows blends publicly circulating claims with community interpretations. Many points remain unverified. Our aim is to observe responsibly, separate what is known from what is being alleged, and encourage thoughtful skepticism. We will not harass, dox, or incite. We will weigh details, ask careful questions, and leave room for due process. That is how truth survives the heat of attention. So we return to the night road. The air hums, the lens blurs. A familiar shape of a saloon car glides past. In the comment threads, someone recognizes the plate format used in Beijing. Another overlays a map from the airport to 798. The timing, they say, could be 20 to 30 minutes by car, traffic permitting. It is not proof. It is a jigsaw puzzle spilled across a cold table at 2 a.m., inviting patience, demanding care. The theory takes its name from a sound, that thin metallic swell of a jet taking off, tucked behind tire noise and winter air. For many, it suggests proximity to an airport. For skeptics, it could be any recorded ambience layered by chance. Online investigators, part us and hobbyists, part cinephiles, test the idea with open maps. Beijing's main gateways sit within driving reach of Chaoyang's cultural zones. Depending on time of night, a taxi can finish the journey in a single pop song or two. None of this proves identity, intent, or cargo. But the pattern, the possibility, keeps people looking. Here's what's constructive. Understanding how geolocation normally works in public investigations. Analysts compare skyline contours, lamppost designs, lane markings, and the choreography of traffic lights. They check weather data and flight paths against timestamps, then hunt for original uploads to read the file's metadata. And here is the caution. Many apps strip metadata. Compression smears the truth. A reflection becomes a certainty. A trick of audio becomes a beacon. In that gap between curiosity and confirmation, audiences can choose discipline over drama. The echo may be real, the conclusion may still be wrong. Good method respects that tension. Another thread follows interior details. A cement wall that looks more industrial than homely, lighting that flattens skin tones, a tiny room with little reverb, as if sound were being swallowed by concrete. Someone magnifies a water bottle and claims to see a stepped corridor reflected in its curve. This is where the museum hypothesis appears. An art space known for sharp geometry, corridors, and repurposed factory architecture. For context, many creative districts worldwide grew out of decommissioned industrial sites. Think brick warehouses turned galleries, boiler rooms reborn as stages. Such spaces often feature exposed concrete, long passageways, and dramatic lighting. Great for photographs, but eerie when framed as captivity. The allegation suggests forced live streams, staged behind neutral walls. Counter-arguments note that studios deliberately build minimalist sets. Production teams favor generic backdrops to keep attention on talent. Both can be true in different places at different times. The responsible move? Ask whether there are publicly available floor plans or official event photographs that match those walls and corridors. Compare angles, banisters, window spacing, and then pause. A match is a clue, not a verdict. Clues invite verification. Verdicts require evidence that can be independently reproduced. The next clip is claustrophobic, a corridor, a door, quick, urgent knocks. A person in a white shirt bends towards a handle, two others hover in half shadow. Then a pause, the camera is noticed, and the moment ends like a held breath. The internet is a theater of inference. Some viewers say movement under pressure, others say rehearsed skit, others still propose a banal scenario. A stuck lock, a late-night prank, a concierge chasing a complaint. In investigative storytelling, it helps to apply a simple triage: source, context, corroboration. Source: who filmed it first? Is this the original upload or a screen capture of a repost? Context: is the audio intact, or has it been overlaid? Can we see what happened 1 minute before, 1 minute after? Corroboration: are there second angles or independent accounts that match this scene? Professional journalists look for 2 independent confirmations before treating a claim as robust. Audiences can borrow that practice too. It makes the story slower but truer. Because if the knock was simply a knock, the truth will stand. And if it was more, the care we use now will make any later proof unassailable. Cryptic posts arrive at midnight, threaded with references to old tragedies. Then accounts go private or vanish entirely. Online deletion is physics, every void gains gravity. People read silence as a signal. Fear, legal threats, or the hush of a deeper plot. Yet in real life, silence often means a lawyer finally got through, a family asked for calm, or a studio invoked a clause. Human beings also simply reach their limits. Logging off is sometimes the only remaining boundary. The healthier approach is to catalog, not catastrophize. Note dates and times of posts. Preserve original language, not just translations. Distinguish metaphor from claim. Digital literacy matters here. Algorithms reward outrage. They do not reward nuance. But nuance saves reputations from friendly fire and keeps pressure where it belongs, on verifiable lines of inquiry. If a post mentions a venue, cross-check with public schedules. If a name appears, verify it through reputable outlets rather than forum echo. And remember, there's a person on the other side of the screen. Mental health breaks, corporate policy, grief, or caution can all look like the same blank page to us. We owe that blank page some respect. In parallel, a high-profile release stumbles. Hashtags call for boycotts. Parents complain about pressured group viewings. Some users allege ghost screenings, where showtimes appear full but auditoriums sit half empty. Here, a little industry literacy helps. Cinema bookings involve distributors, exhibitors, and local promoters. Showtime inflation is a regular controversy in many countries when midnight counts decide bragging rights. At their best, group screenings introduce students to culture. At their worst, they tip into coercion. The line is clear: informed, voluntary participation. For audiences who want to contribute constructively, a non-harassing ad tracker can log public experiences, time, venue, seat map screenshots, without naming staff or sharing private data. Patterns, if genuine, emerge across many small dots. If not, the absence of pattern is its own answer. Beyond the day's drama is a deeper point. When viewers feel heard, they trust the system. When they feel gamed, they don't. A transparent box office serves everyone, including filmmakers who deserve clean wins. Let the work stand or fall in the open. Let feedback be fierce but fair. And let numbers be numbers, counted in daylight, not shadows. Statements arrive on firm letterhead. Cease and desist phrases, reminders of defamation law. The classic promise to take all necessary action. Corporate communications have a grammar. They establish legitimacy, partners, institutions, signal boundaries, what they deny, and defer specifics to courts, where wording must be exact. Markets, meanwhile, move on feeling as much as fundamentals. A swirl of rumor can shave billions in value in hours. A clear audit can restore confidence just as quickly. For viewers, 3 tools are useful. First, read the whole statement, not just the highlighted lines. Look for what is not denied. Second, separate PR from process. A sharp statement does not equal a one case, and a stumble does not equal guilt. Third, remember the time axis. Legal outcomes take months or years. Public trials end in days. If you invest, diversify. If you comment, be precise. If you speculate, label it as such. Justice is not a sprint across social feeds. It is a marathon of documentation, and only documentation makes it to the finish line. Why does one platform seem flooded with related content while another looks scrubbed? Moderation is not a single switch. Policies differ by jurisdiction. Some sites prioritize creator freedom until a court order arrives. Others over-remove to reduce risk. Upload velocity, language coverage, and third-party rights claims all change the playing field hour by hour. Archivists urge mirroring, saving public interest material with context and consent, so that important records don't blink out. Ethically, the rule is simple. Preserve what is already public, add clear source notes, and avoid sharing private identifiers or graphic harm. For audiences, the healthiest habit is to triangulate. Check across multiple platforms, compare the oldest available versions, and beware of edits that add dramatic sound or overlays. Visibility is not validation. Absence is not absolution. We are all custodians now of what we share, of how we share it, and of whether the next person receives a cleaner signal than we did. Here we reach the most combustible claims. A dark network in entertainment. A USB stick loaded with evidence. Pressure on those who refuse to play by unwritten rules. In any domain, sports, finance, the arts, power concentrates, and where power gathers, abuses can hide. That is reason to listen carefully to victims and whistleblowers, and also to apply standards that keep their accounts intact under scrutiny. The ASINT triage helps again. Seek first-hand records. Original emails, dated contracts, unedited videos with continuous audio. Look for independent, non-colluding witnesses. Where possible, match claims to public registries, company filings, court dockets, festival lineups, travel logs, and hold space for two truths. People can be deeply harmed, and rumors can also attach themselves to grief like iron filings to a magnet. If the USB exists, documentation will surface beyond slogans. If it does not, the real work remains unchanged. Building safer workplaces, stronger reporting channels, and an industry where saying no does not end a career. That is not a plot twist. It is the slow work of culture. Underneath every frame, there is a person. Someone's child, someone's friend, someone whose messages meant the world to strangers on bad days. Grief wants an answer yesterday. Justice wants a file that stands up tomorrow. We can honor both by refusing to trample the very ground truth needs to grow. If you wish to help, channel care into transparent petitions, support mental health resources for fans and families, and amplify responsible updates from credible outlets. Archive, don't inflame. Ask, don't accuse. And when something feels too certain too quickly, breathe. We will keep tracking verified developments, separating wheat from chaff, and giving you clarity without cruelty. If this approach resonates, stories told with empathy, nuance, and respect, please subscribe, ring the bell, and share this video with someone who values careful thinking. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, be kind, and we'll meet again in the next chapter, where patience is power and truth is worth the wait.